Hey folks, it is Wednesday, July 10th, 8:42 p.m. is the time, and the temperature is around 20 degrees Celsius, and that was a look at the new Waterworks Food Hall. And I just finished up recording a video through there, and I believe this here is Maud Street, M-A-U-D. And I had a thought to have a meal in there, but I wasn't feeling super hungry. So I find myself a ways from a subway station and needing, or rather wanting, to get back home. So it's time for an unplanned walk. Maybe I'll make my way up to Queen's Park Station. And I'll kind of have to zigzag going northeast to get up there. There's the entrance to the Waterworks residences. I think there's an 11-story building plopped on top of this 2-story Art Deco building. There's actually a plaque commemorating the building here. I was waiting for a break in traffic, because I think we're going to head through part of Graffiti Alley in a moment. Just need to safely cross Richmond Street here. And yes, the skies are kind of ominous looking. There is rain in the forecast. All these colorful walking through here. And this runs in between Queen and Richmond Streets, just parallel to it. And this is a newer building, rocking some artwork. I believe this is Augusta Street. That would be the Alexandra Park neighborhood across the street. There's the Java House. That's been there forever. Do have my umbrella on me just in case it was actually raining about 20 minutes ago. And this is east on the south side of Queen Street West. Walking underneath some pretty gnarly looking skies. And this is about as quiet as you will see this part of Queen Street West, aside from the middle of the night. Grand Indian Dining.
That's gonna be better than how they have it.
Yes, electric tattoo. I've often recorded this stretch during busier periods. I'll probably revisit Graffiti Alley a bit later on in the summer and at an earlier time of day. I guess they want you to say hokey pokey, but it's hokey poke. There's where Metrolinx is preparing a new subway station. Here at Queen and Spadina. It's not the same seeing this intersection without streetcars, at least north-south streetcars, as there will be none until December at the earliest. They've been replaced by the 510 Spadina bus due to what the TTC is calling track work. They've already run into problems with the bus not working very well just south of here, particularly during rush hour. So they've truncated the southern part of the route. They only go as far as Front Street now, instead of all the way down to Queens Quay. And I guess we're going north up the west side of Spadina. In a few blocks, we'll be entering Chinatown. And I think the buses are only being diverted between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on weekdays. Which should not be right now, given that it's 8:50.
Yeah, I'm not now.
Sky's looking a little more like they're threatening thunder showers south and east of here. Well, the hourly forecast says there could be thunderstorms around 9. It's 8:52. We'll see if I can get to the subway before they start. Authentic Thai spa. There's the Chinatown Center, one of two kind of old rundown malls in Chinatown. And that used to be a Super 8 hotel. But the city has taken it over. And I think it's youth housing. Hong Kong Island Dim Sum House. Looks like it's all closed up. There's the choo-choo train. They're not open. I have not been through Chinatown this quiet in quite a while. For a while it was this quiet. When Action Kid was in town, we went to that Kung Fu bubble tea right there. We also went to one by the same name in Manhattan. It was kind of neat. I was waiting for that guy to run into me. He was not paying attention. And this is Dundas Spadina.
Yeah, but do you sit down?
All right, some interesting face painting. The Dundas streetcars are still running. I could go right here and head all the way over to Dundas Square and hop on the subway. That's the creakiest sounding 9-bot Max I've ever heard. King's Noodle all closed up for the night. I think I've uploaded over 2,600 videos over the years. And this would be in the running for the most recorded neighborhood. I think downtown on Yonge, around Yonge and Dundas, would probably be the most recorded. The annex would be up there. If I was gambling, I'd probably put my money on this being the second most recorded. Ajisan Ramen. There's one of those in Midtown. Another neighborhood I've recorded a whole lot, which also happens to be where I live. Well, I guess more specifically, Yonge and Eglinton, as Midtown itself is quite huge. Here's Fahung. I once brought a date here a long, long time ago. And it was just kind of okay. And then 3 weeks later, I did it again with someone else, and that first person I brought was in there picking up takeout. And she kind of had a dirty look for me. It's funny, they were kind of raving about that place, going, I'm so glad you brought me here. I've always wanted to go, and I've never been. Keep in mind, this is like maybe 2006. I always think of that awkward moment every time I walk by that restaurant. Here's looking to Kensington Market. And Rolsan has expanded. It used to be located across the street. And then they were just on this side.
You have to text them, so that's why you have that app.
They moved into the neighboring property as well. And I noticed their new location was much smaller than their old one, so that probably brings it back to its full size. Just having a conversation, delivering some food. Krispy Kreme. Well, it looks like Colombia is up 1-0 over Uruguay at the half.
I think supposed to give him bread or some shit,
Yeah, they.
Crazy sale, 4 for $9. So crazy they've sold out. All right, I think we're just gonna go right at College here. And I'll stride on over to Queen's Park. I forgot to spin around earlier. Whoops, I always do that. Thinking my camera's in zoom mode. Getting that somewhat iconic view of the CN Tower from Spadina and Chinatown looking south. What you really want to do is get a streetcar in this shot. It's kind of cool that half of the CN Tower is covered in fog.
Yeah, because
There's the Alma Combo. I recorded in there during doors open. I said doors open. Okay, you're not a fucking asshole or anything. That Porsche Cayenne was whipping down Spadina. Going way over the limit. Sean Jones Soul Euphoria with special guests. I was at this intersection where I recorded a driver just whipping around College Street, turning right into Spadina, right in front of a pedestrian who gave that vehicle a big kick. Camera straight. So let's head on over to college and university. I'm a little disappointed it hasn't rained, but it looks like it might be raining at the very south end of the city based on the clouds. That place is new. The Healthy Choice. The Go Grill, $7.99. Teriyaki chicken or ginger beef. That looks really good and surprisingly affordable. And Taco Bell has opened up. There's a chain that I'm always excited to eat it and almost instantly regret it right after. So this is east on College Street. And this is actually one of the newer libraries. If you told me this was 100 years old, I would believe you though. It's the Lillian H. Smith branch. Why ride on the bike lanes when you can just hop up on the sidewalk? I was kind of hoping when I set out to record that first video, I would catch a twilight thunderstorm. Thought that would have made a pretty awesome video. On the north side of College is the University of Toronto. It's the St. George campus. This is Ross Street. And we're now at Beverly Street. Beverly Street on the right, St. George Street on the left. That would be kind of quiet heading up there at this time. There's some people engaged in a dance class. They're doing something.
Que nada.
You can see less and less of the CN Tower. I think I just got hit by some rain. This whole block has a redevelopment notice for a 31-story tower. And as much as we need housing, it would be really sad to see this retail go. It'll most likely get replaced by generic corporate retail. I've often said I think there needs to be more protections in place for commercial tenants. They should be offered comparable spots in the new unit at the same rent. But of course, there is no rent control for commercial tenants. So at the end of the lease, the landlord can do as they please. And that's another reason why it seems like a lot of neighborhoods in the city just see their heart and soul get eroded over the years. Just look into U of T. There was an encampment just up there that was disbanded last week. There's the Smith House. Never been there, but I'm sure it caters to a college crowd. And this is McCall Street. Getting near to University. That's where Queens Park Station is, and I could take the subway south and just stay on it and go around the loop and head all the way up to Eglinton. I could go north up to St. George and transfer over to Bloor-Yonge and then transfer north. Or I could get off at Spadina if I wanted to waste time and transfer there. Or I could go north all the way up to Eglinton. And maybe if the crosstown was up and running, which it was supposed to do several years ago, it still has no opening date in sight, I would do that. And I think I just want to put the soccer game on and chill, so I'll probably hop on a southbound train here. I guess I've struck out on my storm chasing attempt. They've closed off half of University here. Look at this. This is a wide, this must be a bike way going in. That looks like it'll be two ways. If not, that's the most luxurious one-way bike lane you'll find in the city. That's the look south towards some mean and threatening skies. There's the Provincial Legislative Assembly straight ahead. Well, I've dinked around for too much, hoping a thunder shower would break out. No, I did not just toot. That was the escalator. Sounds like a rusty trombone. Pretty sure I should still be on my initial 2-hour window from where I tapped in, or when I tapped in at Eglinton. Two trains, so I'm gonna head over to the southbound tracks. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this random and completely unplanned walk from the Waterworks, passing through Graffiti Alley in Chinatown up to College and then over to Queen's Park Station. Do let me know your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. I was hoping to see if I could see when the northbound train was rolling in, but the next arrival board was not working. Between Eglinton and where? Line 1 has no service between Eglinton and something. Oh, well, I'm gonna assume that'll be cleared up by the time I get there. No idea when the next train is, but I was severely inconvenienced by the TTC yesterday. Maybe I'll come back and update the video if that's the case on this one, but thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink.